Hi, I'm Lee. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm a short, overweight, middle-aged white dude. I've got thinning brown hair, black glasses, I'm wearing a blue t-shirt with my logo on it. Pretty cool, right? And in this video, I'd like to ask you, dear viewers, for a favor, help. I'm not sure how to word it. So I've had this idea for quite some time about a series of videos that I'd like to do, kind of like a travel series. So the idea is the family, we pick up and we go for a weekend adventure. We go to a regional centre, a regional town. It doesn't have to be regional, could be somewhere local in Melbourne, and we explore the space for a weekend. We happen to go there in an electric car, but that's almost by the by because nowadays, what's the big deal? So the idea is to find some interesting points of things to cover. So let's say there's a farm that's, it will be sort of renewables related, I suppose, but it doesn't have to be. So like, let's say there's a farm that has switched to solar and wind, has got an electric tractor, and so they're, not using grid power if they don't have to, sort of thing. Or there's a cafe that's doing interesting things with recycling its food waste, or those sorts of things. It can be those stories, but it can just be if there's an Airbnb or a bed and breakfast or a hotel in your regional town that's got an interesting story to tell, or there's a local landmark or something that's kind of interesting, please, all in the comments, let me know in the comments. If you don't want to leave it in the comments, if you go to the about section of this YouTube channel, there is a place where you can find an email address to get hold of me. The biggest challenge that I've found with this idea, like I've had this idea for quite a while, the biggest challenge I've found is finding the stories. Like, I'm not originally from Melbourne and I don't actually know that many people in Melbourne, so I don't have that built-in network to go, oh, I know this. So you, dear viewers, are going to be my built-in network. Ideally, it would be somewhere that's no more than 3 to 4 hours max drive away from Melbourne. So think, Traralgon, Wangaratta, Lake Tyrrell, Warrnambool, places like that, or places around places like that. Because obviously we want to enjoy, we don't want to drive the whole weekend, we want to get there and explore the space. The other little caveat that I need to put on here is that the other reason why I want to do this series of videos is I've got some ideas with some camera techniques and some camera stuff that I want to try out. So there's also going to be a little bit of an experiment in terms of techniques and how I'm capturing it and that kind of stuff. So I will put the caveat there as well that I might end up filming 2 or 3 of those and decide, no, it's not really working. So look, at the very least, the places that I go to, I'll put up I'll get some, they'll get some nice photos and some nice videos of their location. Also, and I know this, I hope this doesn't sound arrogant. Anyway, please don't just put up companies that you want me to make a promotional video for, because that's what I do for a living. Like, I don't want to, quite frankly, be taken advantage of and make a free promotional video for a place, So any of these places that we're going to feature, you're not going to get, a whole expose sort of thing. You might get a mention. Again, it depends on how the story goes. It all depends on how I can make these videos interesting and make the story interesting. So, we might spend half a day somewhere and it may only feature like, a minute or two in the video, or we might spend half an hour somewhere in a place and that whole half hour ends up being in the video. So I do want to make that clear that, I'm not making any promises in terms of what the final result will be, but I think I could come up with some interesting stuff, and I think there's loads of interesting stories out there to be told, and I'd like to help tell them. So yeah, if you or someone you think has an interesting story to tell, please let me know. And again, I can't make any promises, but I will do my best to try and find as many interesting stories as possible and help tell them. Yeah, I'm not going to say I hope this video was helpful or useful, because I don't think it was helpful or useful to any of you, but I hope this video is going to be helpful and useful to me. If you have enjoyed other of my videos, if you found my content useful in some way, please like and subscribe. Yeah, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and look forward to hearing all the wonderful stories that you'd like me to help share on the channel in the future. Thanks, and yeah, all the best. Well, that was about as rambling as usual. Right, well, for those of you who've stuck around and you know that there's bloopers, there's not really going to be any bloopers because I tried that all in one take. That was, I don't think I'm going to edit that. That was just how it was. But a little bit of news about the channel. I think I'm going to slow things down a bit in terms of creating content for the channel. I've got like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 videos that I've filmed that I haven't even finished editing yet. I've got the road trip to the Gold Coast. I've got the last video of that to put out. I've got to finish that. I've got the GV70 overview. I've got the GV60 overview. I've got the Kona overview. I've got a road trip that Simon and I did to Sydney and back, which, oh my goodness, was there drama. I'm going to have to bleep so much of that video, and that's not even Simon swearing, that's me swearing, so look forward to that maybe. But yeah, I've got those to edit, but the channel's becoming it's feeling a lot more like work, more than fun, which is also why I want to try these road trip videos, because that'll be a weekend away with the family where I happen to film a bit of stuff along the way, or at least that's the plan. Knowing me, I'll drive them crazy because I'm a bit of a perfectionist with all the filming stuff. Yeah, so I think I might slow releases down to 1 video every 2 weeks. The growth of the channel's been slowing down anyway, just to give you a bit of insight. So last year, I was getting probably about 100 to 150 new subscribers each month. And this year it's dropped to like 70 to 80 or 90 new subscribers a month. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing the content I'm creating is not as interesting as it was before. So I need to either sit down and think about how I can make the content more interesting, which I think I need to do anyway. But on the other hand, this channel's not my business, it's not my living. It should be it's a passion project, and I'm losing my passion for it because I'm so focused on the views and the subscribers and stuff like that. So I think what I'm gonna do going forward is I'm gonna spend less time and effort on the channel, but the time and effort that I do spend on the channel will be more focused on doing stuff that I want to do, as opposed to doing stuff that I think is going to get more views. Probably the wrong thing to do, but who knows? We'll see how we go. I don't know, I'm going to be that honest, but anyway. Uncle Sam, look.